Good Sunday evening. As I was researching on Friday about the late pastor out of Smith Station in Phoenix City, Pastor Bubba Copeland, I'd actually ran across this pastor that I had actually slightly forgotten about because it happened several years ago. And though I stay here in Columbus, I lost track of this case. And again, I spoke about it in 2019 on my Facebook page. Pastor Christopher Duran Smith, 47 years old, was wanted by the police and the Special Victim Unit for SA crimes involving minors. He had at least 8 warrants on him by this time. Pastor Smith of Word of Truth Outreach Ministries on Casita Road is where he would preach and give the word. Now, it seemed like for over 1 year, the police couldn't find him. Pastor Smith was charged with SA, other horrific charges, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and he was on the run. Now, I don't understand how he was on the run for an entire year and the police did not find him in Columbus. It seems that the residents here can literally either murder somebody or commit a crime like Pastor Smith, and they can do it on 1 block and just go 3 blocks down, and it's like the police can't find them. I kid you not. I don't know why it takes so long. They don't go nowhere is what I'm trying to say. They commit these heinous crimes here, right here in the city, and they don't go anywhere. They'll go to Phoenix City, which is 10 minutes away from here in Columbus, Georgia, or they'll go down to Atlanta, Georgia, which is 2 hours away. They honestly don't go anywhere. Early April 2019, the marshals was actually headed to the home on Roberta Drive of where this pastor lived to serve the warrants and arrest the pastor. But Pastor Smith had barricaded himself inside his home. He was threatening to unlive himself, though a peace officer is what I will call him, was trying to calm him down and get him to come outside of the house and not do anything that would be ending. There was no one inside the house. He had no hostages. The pastor was the only one in there at the time. He eventually surrendered after a 5-hour standoff, and this was actually televised. He came out peacefully and was taken to jail and bonded out. Pastor Smith's case was going to trial. It was going to be Pastor Smith against the underage minors. It would take 4 years for these charges that was pressed on him in 2018 to finally come to some type of resolution. On October 19th, the trial would start. Pastor Smith was now 51 years old. He actually had a friend of his, Robert Jones, that came to support the pastor. So I guess he had belief in him. I don't know if Mr. Smith knew the severity of the situation, but he came to support his friend. Pastor Smith would already enter a not guilty plea in the court of April 2019. Smith's legal team had sought a mistrial based on the witness's sequestration issue, but the judge denied the motion, in which his defense was hoping. But he didn't do it. The last witness was about to take the stand after a 5-minute recess, where the Pastor Smith asked to excuse himself to head to his car to retrieve his glasses. In another article, it said that he had to go to the restroom. I'm not sure. However, the one thing I am sure about is Pastor Smith did leave the building, and he never came back. He was found deceased. He had unlived himself. The judge ended the trial. I am pretty sure that the victims In this case, I don't know if they were relieved. I don't know if they were upset that he didn't face any justice, but I do wish them well. And I hope now, it's been some years, I hope they are able to heal from whatever it was that had happened to them. But what it did make it look like in my eyes was he was a guilty man. I'm sure there's a lot of people that think he is guilty and a lot of people that think he is innocent, but he took the easy way out. What shocked me the most was this pastor was survived by his wife, 3 sons, and 7 daughters.